It's a hurricane, it's over. Before you know it, we're gonna stand on top with our hands in the sky. Gonna raise our cup to the stadium lights for the glory, for the glory. We celebrate with the city tonight. Hear the hometown cheer, it's the ultimate high for the glory. We do it for the glory.
Well, hello there, Arctic. You're pretty dressed finally right now.
Why, thank you, Vulcan.
So, guys, welcome back to the 2018 LVL Spring Term Grand Finals as we are now moving on to game number 4.
Yes, it is gonna be game number 4. Pero ganito kasi yan. Wait, ganito yan. Okay, so may mga kanya kaming prediction na casters. So, si Vulcan 3 to DLSU. Si Chisto 3 to UST. Ako 3-1 UST. Kaya yon, gusto ko kasing ma-accomplish ng UST yung 3-1 ko. Kaya talaga.
Oh, grabe naman. So, guys, looks like we did to try and predict the outcome here, but looks like we'll be having our game number 4. So, Arctic, yung thoughts mo sa game number 4 natin? Parang medyo rush talaga yung UST doon sa huli, no?
Yes, medyo... Wait, is that okay? No. Okay. Medyo na being comfortable sila masyado after taking that Baron, and as a result, I don't know. That was just a very wishy-washy last team. The last team fight that they had was very wishy-washy, and DLSU, great right there. I mean, lucky enough they had the teleports up, which is why they were able to get to the base of UST and just finish the game from there. Unfortunately, Nav as a Mundo wasn't really enough to establish a solid defense to do just that.
Grabe yung double teleport natin dun sa top lane. So, guys, now moving on to game number 4. Still, championship point for UST Tel Tigers in the best of 5 series. So, grabe yung last game na yan, or the game number 3. It's kinda making things interesting right now.
Yeah.
We have a finals right now. We have a finals.
Yes, we do have a finals. Pero ang tanong kaya is, makauwi ba ako na masaya na ang prediction ko ang magwawagi dito, or makakapag game 5 pa kaya tayo na either si Chisto or si Vulcan ang tatama sa predictions. By the way, quick shoutout nga pala sa mga active sa chat natin ngayon, lalo sa ating YouTube chat. Doon kami tumatambay ngayong mga casters. So thank you guys so much, na nakakatawa kasi na nakakapag-interact tayo sa mga viewers natin. So thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for returning to our stream here and really supporting the grand finals of the year, LVL Spring Term. So we hope that you guys are enjoying our stream. So why don't you guys also chat out in the YouTube chat or Facebook chat?
Yes.
So that us casters can interact with you. But now, on to game number 4, guys. Things will look exciting because for UST Tel Tigers.
Looking very exciting indeed. And I don't know, from what I hear, there are gonna be no changes to the roster from what we saw during game 3. It'll still be Nob that's playing para sa top lane ng UST. Tsaka si Mirmo pa rin, si Lodi Mirmo pa rin will be the bot lane player para naman sa DLSU. And yun naman kasi talaga yun, like, Game 2 was very questionable. Putting Mirmo on a champion where he couldn't really shine on a Karma, flipping the switch, going for the Lucian, that's definitely something that's much more up Mirmo's alley. Pero I can't just give credits to Mirmo. Gaya nga ng sinasabi ko sa social media para sa lahat ng nagpa-follow sa akin, I don't really think it's just Mirmo that's shining sa DLS. Yung napakalaking step up talaga yung nagawa rin ni Esper tsaka ni Spring throughout the term. Kaya I could honestly say talaga na it's not gonna be a close best of 5, that's for sure. Hopefully, kaya nga nasabi ko, for the sake of my prediction, hanggang game 4, pero I wouldn't be surprised din if mag game 5 tayo.
We'll see. Our questions will be answered in our game number 4 as we will load up to the drafting phase soon for UST. Now, still at championship point here, guys. What's at stake here? A total cash prize for the champions of 80,000 pesos, and the first runner-up would be 30,000 succeedingly.
Yes, that'll be a pretty nice prize to take after the long journey that all these teams went through dito sa LOL Varsity League. And of course, I mean, not just UST, DLSU, everybody, all these teams that unfortunately haven't made the top 2 have done a pretty darn spectacular job. So hopefully by next term ng LVLA, makakita tayo ng other teams natin na patuloy na nagsa-step up. Gaya nga ng sinasabi natin, all these teams stepped up this term. So it's just all the more exciting thinking what we have in the long run for the LVL. Pero of course, we have to talk about what's happening right now as of the present as we head into the drafting phase. Once again, ito ang De La Salle University Viridis Arcus versus University of Santo Tomas Tele Tigers.
So DLSU on the blue side versus UST on the red side. Opening bans right now, Yasuo and Sui.
So Yasuo as well as the Swain. So very much in respect to Espigo's Yasuo from earlier, DLSU clearly not wanting to let that through anymore. On Swain as well, a little bit more flexibility naman as a pick for Viridis Arcos. Pwedeng mapunta sana kay Karna or kay Mirmo. So denying that flexibility. Vladimir as well, looks like DLSU, no plans of taking it for themselves, just gonna ban it away just so that UST couldn't take it as well.
We're also seeing the same bans out for UST, really trying to deny Asperas Camille. Maybe another jungle ban coming from UST won't be too surprising, because they're trying to pinch his pull here. But for DLSU, despite being on the blue side, they will ban out the Lucian, not giving it to Espigo.
Yep, not at all. DLSU clearly has a different game plan here if they're going to be banning out the Lucian. And Morgana as well going to be taken away from DLSU, in which case priority onto the Strundle pick para sa DLSU lock-in.
If you recall our first game, Arctic, we had a Trundle pick with a Yasuo. The last breath knocking up 3 members up in the air for game number 1 was decisive. And that's why UST got our game 1. But now for UST, they immediately jump on to the Kaisa pick for themselves. So looks like we'll be seeing a traditional pick onto UST side.
Wow. And that kind of makes me wonder because gaya nga ng pinoint out natin kanina, Lucian was banned by DLSU. So clearly they have a different card up their sleeve. They have a different trick up their sleeve. As far as the composition that they're gonna be going for, I'm really interested in seeing what direction they plan on going. Pero looks like UST gonna lock things up here by going for the Fiddlesticks. Crasho, in all fairness, magandang naging performance niya sa particular champion na to nung game number 2. So looks like UST not gonna fix what is technically not broken on their side. But wow! DLSU, Diyos ko, ang kalista ni Mirmo. Handa na ba kayo mga kaibigan?
Grabe yung man. It's been a while. We saw we really been a while since we've seen the Kalista of Mirmo. But let's see how things will pan out in this current patch 8.13. So this will be exciting here. A pocket pick for Mirmo. We did excel with this champion throughout the previous how many seasons ago actually?
Yes,
ago.
it's been a while since we last saw Mirmo perform on this particular champion. At ito ang champion na sobrang nakilala siya nung run niya sa Bacchus Pro Gaming Series. So looks like he's gonna bring that pick from the heavens descending onto the Varsity League right now.
Could it be could it be the savior of DLSU here? But let's still look at the bands up here.
Yes.
Arctic, the Aurelia, Zed, and the Zoe and Orn. So, like Arctic said, guys, this Kalista here, you gotta watch out. Because let's hope that maybe Mirmo, can he try and force us to a game 5 and make UST's palm sweat? We'll see.
Yes. I'm feeling my palms sweat a bit right here, Vulcan, but Cho'Gath gonna be locked in for UST Teletigers. Interesting pick right now, but of course, DLSU gonna go for something a bit more traditional para sa jungle pick nila in the form of the Sejuani.
Okay, Sejuani and a Braum on the side of DLSU. 3 failure champions here, and a comfort pick? The
No,
Katarina
I don't think so.
can't be.
No.
Is it gonna be? Because actually, if it's not gonna be a Katarina, because if it goes down like that, there's the Cho'Gath for the side. So many cancels onto USD side. It's going to be Springs to the bank. So a very powerful drop on the blue side for Viridis Arcus, if you would say, because the Braum, Sejuani, and not to mention Mirmo's Kalista.
Yes, and looks like UST gonna lock up their composition with an Oriana. Grabe yung team fight ng magkabilang side. Let's go ahead and put it into perspective para sa DLSU Viridis Arcus. I mean, there's a lot of set potential through the Sejuani, through the Braum. Of course, Kalista as well can pull in the support straight for another knockup. So there's a lot of ways that DLSU can't go wrong in team fights. Meanwhile, the same can be said for UST Teletigers. If they could pull the trigger first, of course, the Zac Elastic slingshot and pull in a member of DLSU, or just generally even with the Oriana, there's a lot. Again, like I mentioned, both sides can really get some pretty optimal sets. So I think Vulcan, fasten your seatbelts kasi mukhang matinding bakbakan yung mangyayari dito para sa Viridis Arcus tsaka sa Teletigers.
I'm pretty much fastened down because I feel like we're gonna go for game number 5, because the ways that the draft, you gotta commend the draft of the Viridis Arcus.
Yeah.
Sejuani, a Braum, a Kalista. My God, when it comes to laning phase, this Kalista is gonna be a pain in the butt. But let's hope that might not be the case. We do have a Fiddlestick support. But on your screens right now, Summoners, we are now ready to load to game number 4 for the grand finals of the 2018 Elder Spring term with Veritas Arcas on the blue side versus Tigers on the red side. Notable picks here is the fact that we will be seeing Miramos Kalista.
Yes, so there you have it, guys. On to the Rift we go para sa game number 4. Hashtag DLSU win ba kayo or hashtag UST win? Siyempre, let us know pa rin kung saan man kayo nanonood, whether it be Facebook Live or sa gaming.youtube.com/pagegarena/live.
Or hashtag Chisto win.
Yes, hashtag Chisto win, hashtag Arctic win, hashtag Vulcan. Pero hashtag Chisto win yung sigaw ng chat natin eh. Kaya sige, si Chisto na.
Pero Arte, madaming fans talaga kay UST na gusto din panalo. Like hashtag UST win. We're hearing a lot of cheers in the YouTube chat. So guys, if you want to join in, why don't you switch up here and also watch and share the stream right now because we are now in game number 4. We may... Wait a minute. What is this? 3 members of VA in the top side going for a cheese.
Interesting. Coming in from DLSU. I'm wondering if they're gonna be just going for a lane swap over. Probably not. Probably just taking the opportunity kung may mapipick off ba sila if ever extends top brush si Nav. Pero I don't think that'll be the case though, because Sirius by the looks of it will be starting with his red buff. So that said, syempre, tutulungan siya ni Nav. Will take a while for Nav to actually get into lane. Unless talagang patience will be a virtue for DLSU na talagang yan ang magiging pakay nila dyan sa top lane.
We'll see here because we're not expecting any rotations yet. Mirmo does have the teleport. They may wait for the waves to bounce back. So, VA still 3 members waiting. Really waiting patiently for the Cho'Gath to come in. Maybe they want to give the first blood to Mirmo here.
That could be the thing. I mean, Propel Mirror, like we mentioned, that's kind of the ace working for DLSU right now. At ito na nga si Nav. Nako, delikado to mga papi.
And he doesn't even know what's up. Hello.
Now he does.
Ano to? 3 members flashing in and flash out. Oh, a stun lock happening here. Let's see. First blood. As I said before, guys, they want Mirmo to snowball. Gets the first blood early.
Hashtag, are you ready for the Mirmo effect? Because DLSU definitely gonna bring it.
Are you ready for game 5 too? Because Mirmo's gonna bring it hard.
And look at that. As soon as he got that kill, teleports down to the bot lane. Not even gonna miss a beat in this laning phase. So, not a bad way to go for DLSU. Magandang strat yan.
Not a bad way to start things up with the first blood falling to Mirmo. Able to catch the incoming waves, and now did lose 1 wave's worth, but still fine. He still managed to catch up. But let's see, Crusher's winning in the brush side here.
Crusher just lingering. In which case, take note though, Pilio is already here. Kaya hindi na magiging forever alone tong si Mirmo sa bot lane.
See, and grabe yung si Nav. Looks like Nav didn't burn his teleport going towards the top side. We thought that it was going to be a jungle Trundle, but since we still 6-1, Karna will be playing Trundle in the top side. So, a spare. I guess it caught the members of UST by surprise.
Yes, indeed, Vulcan. And meanwhile, looking up here, okay, let's try and look at where everyone's at right now. So, for jungler, Sirius already getting a nice clear off on camps throughout most of his jungle, and Esper already making his way back, though I'd say that Sirius definitely having a better leg up with where he's at so far. Could potentially go for a gank here towards bot side if he wishes, but this wave of kind of on equal ground right now, pero mukhang ito na nga.
Mirmo's ignited off. Sirius is coming in hot, going for the slingshot. Mirmo does flash away, but Pillar catches the slingshot, and it's going to be the Kaiser Spiegel taking the kill.
Yeah, you have to take note though, Vulcan. Medyo malaking value ng nakuha ng UST Tigers dito. Flash down for both Mirmo and Pilio. Kaya kung gustong rumount to ni Sirius dito sa bot lane, mas magiging feasible na ma-takedown itong parehong bot lane ng DLSU.
So far so good for both teams here. But let's wait things up because it's still too early. Dead even again. So it looks like we're back to the trend of our game number 1. How things were very dead even. Game number 2 was like UST snowballing into the game. Game 3, mistakes were made. Now come game 4. They need to be really focused. They need to be aware of the risks that come with their aggressiveness.
Looking down here though, Sirius will get spotted out in this tri-brush. So aware ni si Karina if ever UST is planning cooking something up towards this top side. Looks like Sirius will just back away for now though, since this wave is pushed in quite a bit para dito kay Nav. But I'm really loving the proactivity from Sirius so far. Pero it's a given since he is running a Zac though. So
That's actually one thing I want to look out for in Zac players. So Sirius really trying his best to visit every lane. He did so in the bot side, got what he wanted, gave a kill to Kai'Sa, and now it will be only a matter of time to see how Tigers will play this out, because game number 4 is happening right now. If they lose this, man, it feels bad, because if we do go to a game 5, we may expect a reverse sweep.
looking at the pings coming here from DLSU, though, looks like they are starting to establish control over this bottom side, clearly not wanting to give Sirius any opportunity para ma-push na behind tong si Mirmo tsaka si Pilio. So, not a bad way to go, since that is kind of what they have been gearing towards, to especially prioritizing that Mirmo get that first blood earlier towards top side.
They need to really snowball this Kalista, having a great start. But let's see, maybe when level 6 happens, it'll be great for VA to start Vice. They have really powerful engages, especially lockdowns coming from the Glacial Prison. And for Tigers, they need to be aware and be on guard if ever VA is going to go for those heavy dives.
You know what though, Vulcan, now that I think about it, if ever UST Espiegel and Crusher could pull ahead in this bot lane, it's actually quite the feat. Like we mentioned, Mirmo pretty much established his career in the PGS on this particular champion. If Espiegel dominates, that's kind of that's already a feel good in itself, knowing now you were able to take down one of the prime players of the pro scene on a champion who was best known for. But looks like now
Being locked down, Esper going in for the powerful dive, ruptured by some time. Cardinal taking some shots, one more hit, no. He does get away from the aggro. Teleport has been cancelled by Espiegel. Meanwhile, the mid-side Spring locking down. Sarah quite low. Spring going in maybe for the last chunk here, but the shockwave was used there. But meanwhile, in the bot side, it's going to be Sarah driving in onto Mirmo, and Espiegel takes down Pilio. Mirmo still on the 3 members of UST. He successfully gets away from the fight.
Yeah, Sirius once again able to get a successful gank off by taking down Pilio, though. Ideally would have been Mirmo, but then again, Mirmo definitely able to roll with the punches quite well. Nanatili pa rin siyang buhay dito. And I think that in itself is already a good feat. Although at the same time, you have to take into account that DLSU in exchange has been investing a lot more towards top side. 0-2 na tong si Nav. So definitely having a trickier time against the Trundle. Take note, 60 CS to 32 CS. Napakaking diferensya ng meron dito sa top side ng DLSU and UST respectively.
Looks like a double red buff steal happening for both teams here. They trade off their each red buff. But now I'm looking at bot lane. I'm looking at this Kalista. I want to see how, when level 6 happens, I want to see the decisive plays that gives maybe Mirmo 2 kills. Because if ever this Kalista is ramping up in kills and leading, it's going to be trouble for Tigers.
Push out here towards the bot side. Espiegel and Threshold really gonna try to push to not give Mirmo any form of breathing room. And I was talking about top side. I think the difference between these bot laners is also manifesting. Sure, Mirmo does have that one up, but oh no!
Flash shot, Prison will not connect, and looks like Sarah's quite low. Spring may have to back up because we're seeing Xerius responding towards the mid lane. Is he going to charge up? No, it's going to be a fight that both teams are not going to get anything out of.
Grabe ang ganda ng footwork ni Seradon, able to dodge the Glacial Prison, not to mention the chain coming in from the LeBlanc. If ever kumunek yun kay Sarah, that would have been a guaranteed kill para sa De La Salle University, but that clearly wasn't the case. Slayer is A-OK, but meanwhile...
Oh no, Pilio trying to set things up here. He's not in level 6, flashing in for Cresho. One more stack for the stun. That going in for the kidnap is going to be bringing down Karna towards the turret side. They may go for a dive here, but look at Crowstorm connecting onto the 4 members of UST. It looks like the LSU trying to back away here. Mirmo's quite low. Can he go for the red kill? He can't. Espiegel going in for the overcommitment from Espiegel, trying to go in for the dive to clean the members of DLSU. Fails and backfires.
That was way too greedy from the marksman of UST, and as a result, looks like DLSU gonna be taking a turret. Probably not the best loss for UST here, because after which DLSU, if they want to, they could easily also make a transition for the Dragon, making them all the more value off of that trade-off. So unfortunate for UST there. Not sure what happened.
Grabe yung ginagawa ni Espiegel doon, going for a very quick dive there. Looks like they will give solo gold to Mirmo for the first turret of our game. Wow.
That was quite something.
That's scary, Arctic, for UST.
Yeah, because of Espiegel's over-eagerness, it cost UST quite a bit towards that bot side. At nakapanghinayang kasi ang ganda na ng investment na bigay ni Sirius doon sa bot lane. Sure, like I mentioned, medyo nag-manifest lang siya into kills going on to Pilio only, not necessarily Mirmo, who would have been yung mas ideal na target para sa UST. Pero yun nga, dahil sa Espiegel going down, losing out on a turret this early on, whenever considering UST was having a better time in that bot lane, pretty much voids out kung ano yung magandang naset ng UST within yung first few minutes towards the bot side.
And so far, Virtus Arcas trying to establish their lead here. Again, guys, who's the bot lane? First turret. I want to emphasize the solo gold going to Callista because we're seeing the Cutlass, the build with the Cutlass, and the Dagger. So, now, Arte, how do you feel about this game so far, man?
Oh man, I don't know. A little bit disappointed by that bot lane dive right there from Espiegel, but you know, it's gonna be tricky at this time around because of that. Look at the gold difference already manifesting and leaning towards DLSU. Looks like we'll be able to get a very clean dragon as well. So this puts USC in a very awkward spot in a way, wherein because of the turret going down early, medyo na-shot ng maagang opportunity na makapag-pull ahead tong si Espiegel over Mirmo within the earlier part of this game.
But now for VA, now that they have complete control of the bot side Arctic, they will take away the blue side, establishing 2 control wards. And now, what's gonna happen for UST Tele Tigers? They're slowing down quite a bit. 2k gold behind for Tele Tigers. Karna still trying to scout out whoever is inside for him. Meanwhile, looking at the vision game, it's quite pitch black for both teams. Alright, Karna. Okay, seeing so far, after the first blood, first blood in hands of Mirmo, first turret going on to Mirmo too. So, a lot of gold is being funneled down onto this Callista. Really want to set this guy up for success come the late game.
Ooh, looks like DLSU getting a nice push in here towards UST, and nakapanginahe kasi nalilimitahan yung galaw ni Crescio and Espiegel towards the spot lane, needing to constantly deal with whatever waves push in onto them, courtesy of Mirmo as well as Pilio. So hopefully this time around, UST could find a window of opportunity, but so far it has reached a slower pace here for Sirius. We're yet to see yet another successful gank from him after a tad bit of a blunder towards that bot side.
And that blunder in the bot side really can shake things up here. It's entering a game number 4 Arctic, but for VA, after the first turn in the bot side, they're not giving up just yet. They want more. They're taking away their Rift Herald. No contest so far. No vision on the side of Tele Tigers. They're just free for the taking.
Yeah, that is a bit unfortunate. Good bleed, good call there coming in from DLSU to take that referral. Gaya ng sabi ko, because of the pressure towards bot side, UST wouldn't necessarily be able to commit full control towards this upper part of the map, which is why very clean take. And oh no, this is gonna be dangerous ever DLSU's planning to go for a siege towards this top side, because they could actually succeed considering they do have Rift Herald here.
30 minutes nearing our mark. 4 members of UST Tele Tigers spotted. Ultimates are all off for both teams here. We can expect a big fight if they choose to, but seeing how the pace for DLSU is going so far, they're playing it very safe. They're not going to commit any mistakes anymore come game number 4. They're really pacing themselves properly here, Arctic.
Really good pace, actually. I'd have to agree with you, Vulcan. And I don't know, man. It's such a shame because UST slowing down a bit here. I mean, it's really come to a halt as far as what they could push for on this map, and it's mostly DLSU dictating the flow of what's been happening on the map so far. If anything, UST has been nothing but just responsive to whatever's happening on the map here.
And for VA, they get the first control. There it comes. Knocks off the Sejuani Crow Storm being used. Oh, that hurts so much. No one gets caught there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sirius wasn't able to pull anybody from the side of DLSU to maintain under turret, just so that Crescio could have gotten the max value off of that ultimate. So, still though, I will give it to UST that their turret still stands, but like I mentioned, it's mostly been responsive, which is probably not the best case scenario for UST, in which case, because with them being much more just being responsive to DLSU gives a lot more reach for DLSU across the map and what they can take and what control they can have over Summoner's Rift.
Now for VA really taking more control. Looking at that, it's going to be their second turret. UST just stalling so far, trying to help this Kaiser scale well. 2-1 right now, so it's about if UST can't afford any fights here because they need to scale up. And this Cho'Gath has already 2 deaths, so not having the best time just yet.
Yep, and there you have it. Once again, Wave pushing in towards bot side. Looks like Spiegel will be able to deal with it just fine, but that's kind of tricky though. I mean, every single wave that comes in, it's almost a requirement that somebody from UST has to respond, and that's what I've been talking about about reach for UST. DLSU, in exchange, of course, they're able to much more comfortably roam just because they know that they have full control of the waves pushing in towards UST side.
This is great, Arthur, because not only that, this is exciting to see how Game 4 will go, but this will decide if we are going to have a reverse sweep here, because the way that VA is playing so far, 3K gold lead is great, but looking how for Miramo on this Kalista having the board. Spring trying to go for some snipe, not having just it okay. That's going to be connecting onto Spring here. Nothing happening so far, but we will have to wait for now, guys. We are experiencing some spectator delay. So, once again, guys, you are watching the 2018 LVL Spring Term Grand Finals. This is Game 4 of UST Tigers versus DLSU of Verdes Arcus.
Yes, and so far, nako Vulcan, medyo kinakabahan na ako dito para sa UST because they've reached a tad bit of a slower pace here, and looks like we are gonna head back into the game right away. No worries, guys. Just continue to stay tuned. Nako, this turret towards mid lane for UST won't be long of this world anymore. Tignan mo kung gano'ng kababaw na yung health niyan. And after which, looks like Sirius gonna try to get a pull in.
Oh, he can't go. He's up to the air. Sarah does not get connected with the prison, but it's going to be the Crow Storm coming in. Oh, the Shockwave. Let's go. It's going to be the lockdown that UST was looking for.
Nako, sobrang rapsa na naging set ng UST doon sa mid lane. And just like that, taking down 3 members of DLSU, gonna be able to go for this mid turret. So, not bad at all from UST side.
What a wombo combo. Shockwave, Crow Storm, the nice counterplay for DLSU's engage, answered by Tigers with their own. This will wrap things up here, but for VA, now a crucial spot again because for UST, they got the fight they want, they got some kills. The Shockwave is something they need to watch out for next time.
Yes, overall, that was just a small window of opportunity for UST, in which case, yan yung mga set na medyo kanina ko pa hinahanap, but better late than never, of course. Like I mentioned, even though there's a bit of a difference here between DLSU and UST in terms of gold, it's not really as sizable. Very manageable pa siya para sa UST Tigers. So long as they could continue to look for those kind of fights wherein they can take full advantage of their composition, collapse all your ultimates one after the other, just so that you get a good hold over DLSU to be able to push your full damage, then yan ang magiging winning factor para sa UST Tigers.
That's gonna be their condition to win this game, Arctic, because not only the DLSU gets the second Ocean Drake, they are still at a 2K gold lead, but that can all change if they get kidnapped. If they get caught in the 2 ultimates playing for Tigers, the Shockwave, the Crow Storm, you need to watch things out.
Meanwhile, that is going to be the Dragon take for DLSU, in which case, very easy take from them. But man, oh man, I gotta give props to Spiegel though, because like I mentioned, even though DLSU is really gearing to get, not just Miramo actually, you have to also take into account that Spring is running a LeBlanc. Aside from Miramo, they ideally want this LeBlanc to kind of pull ahead. It's been a little bit neutral ground for DLSU's mid laner though, because he is 0-0-0. Not a bad standing, but ideally I want it to be a bit more better, wherein he's able to start to pick up kills just so that he could really get the snowball going. Not clearly the case though, but I'd say it's still a better position to be in than playing from behind. So it's not necessarily a deficiency that's working against DLSU's favor.
And meanwhile, on the bot side, the Herald will chunk down that inner bot lane turn for some time here, because the way that this game is going, Spring still not yet someone just yet, but this could be the clock, and they're looking for Prison. Misses again, but it's okay as Spiegels Ignite sticking. He may live. Taking game right now.
Oh! Spiegel lives another day. Grabe, I held my breath there thinking that, oh my goodness, it's just going to be one more tick before Spiegel lives. But no, looks like the will to live is strong with this one.
I need to see those Prison connect. If they need to try and make a spare land those Glacial Prison. Otherwise, it's going to be hard. Wait a minute, place call. Knocks up the Oriana. Double knock over the Glacial Prison. Sarah does cancel away a bit too early. Shocker of 2 men connecting on to the Kalista and Braum. That's not going to be enough. It's going to be Zarius trying to flash away. Gets locked down under the turret. It's sticking hard. Channeling in. Cross start. Kaka. It's going to be 3 members escaping away from the corner stump. It's going to be Carter still face tanking all the shots. Spring going in to Cresho taking some shots. Cresho is still alive here. Looks like it's going to be Zach surviving for now. The passive has been popped.
That is the power of DLSU's full collapse potential on this composition, and that's something that UST has to take into account of. Whoever has the bigger numbers in this team fight, in these team fights, is highly likely to succeed. And it's not just because of simply having bigger numbers, it's because of what hold that they have in these team fights. Like I mentioned, Sejuani, Callista, Braum, great way to set. On the flip side for UST, Zach with the Oriana, with the Cho'Gath to complement knockups to get that full hold. It just pretty much goes both ways. A little bit stronger for DLSU in terms of set potential, but still, there's a lot more ways that UST could also get damage on the flip side, since Cresho is running a Fiddlesticks. Although not building up on ability necessarily, still sticking to building up towards supporting his team nonetheless. But you can't discount the base damages from Fiddlesticks either.
They need to watch out for the big AoE, not to mention the shockwave from the Oriana too. So, not to mention a lot of AoEs from Teletiger's side. Kill score is 4-5 so far. Gold lead still in favor of Virtus Arcus. It's going to be Double Dagger and ZL picked up by this Callista. Third score-wise, still 3-1 in favor of VA. That's why we're seeing that gold lead.
Meanwhile, push up towards this top side that Esper is going to have to deal with. UST still looking for an opportunity to get a few pickoffs off of DLSU just so that they could comfortably get some reach over the map. Hasn't really been working out so far. We're kind of reverting back to a position wherein mas nagiging komportable ulit itong DLSU sa paggalaw nila sa mapa.
21 minutes into this game here. Spin going over the wall. Spin going for the assassin. Sarah still survives. And Blanc, silence, and feared away. And Spiegel going in for the shot. Electro presses to try to stone on Spiegel. Spring tries to get away with the flash, but Spiegel goes in for the engage with the ultimate there. Here comes the Zach Serious going in. It misses the target. Sejuani over the red buff side. It's going to be UST. Still chasing down a Sparrow.
Man, with Spring down, let's go ahead and see what UST is going to get off of this. Looks like they're going to try to go for a siege towards the spotlight. Would be risky if they try to go for a Baron, in which case looks like they are just going to reestablish control in terms of vision. Going to try to go for a Sparrow. Sparrow, meanwhile, just stashes his way out of there. He's okay.
But Tigers trying to clear some control wards here, guys. It's a Kaisa. That's going to be a quick Baron if they choose to, but still too early. Nashor's is completed. 4-1-2 on the Spiegel. You got to watch out for this Kaisa. But for Mermo still, not having a second item spike just yet.
Yes, there's a lot of ways that UST going for a Baron would have worked against them. Like I mentioned, there's just way too much crowd control food coming in from the LSU. So it looks like they're just going to take the safer route, in which case, like I mentioned, just reestablish control in form of vision, clear out what they can, and just back away for now. Content themselves with that one kill onto Spring earlier.
But can they go for more? Because as the game progresses on, the late game will happen. And looking at Spring, still quite low on items, didn't get much kills there, but able to complete the Luden's Echo. Then the Blasting Wand and Tome can go for maybe a Morello if he wants to, but a voice type can be happen, but we'll see soon enough. Nearing the 23-minute mark here, Arctic. So far, still dead even in a way. We're not seeing anything that decisive just yet.
Yeah, but one thing that is constant, nonetheless, is DLSU able to maintain that neutral 2,000 to 3,000 gold difference in their favor. So it's mostly been equal ground, nonetheless, for both sides. Gold difference hasn't been widening these past, 10 to 15 minutes. It's been constantly in favor of DLSU, but only by a very, very small margin. Looks like DLSU will be going for a Dragon, though UST is in no position to contest this. Will be getting a tower towards topside and trade, however.
You know, when it comes to the best of 5 series here, DLSU had great control of the Drake here in games number 1 and 2,
Yes.
but have they secured the games with those great Drakes? Sometimes, not all the time, but I want to see VA use the Drake in their favor, because Double Mountain Drake on a Callista team can really prove well if they want to go for objectives.
Yes. Yun yung medyo nakakatakot dito, Vulcan. The fact that the Mountain Drake did go for DLSU. Imagine kung silang nagkaroon ng upper hand to take Baron. They have a Callista. That Baron is gonna go down so fast.
Uh-oh. Mirmo does flash away from the ball. Mirmo gets pulled back by Sirius. He's still okay. So Summoner Spell burnt for the Callista.
Looks like Mirmo just gonna have to back away from a mission abort from DLSU. Gonna play it a bit more safer here.
Nothing so far great
Yeah.
for VA because they're just playing the macro here. Not gonna go for team fight. Sarah does cleanse away from the prison, pops the stasis. Here comes Mirmo chunking down Sirius. Two ultimates burnt by Veritas Arcus on that spot.
Sarah went for a better save than Zonia's hourglass stopwatch pop there. They're still not Zonia's, in which case, but
Yeah, that's gonna be a long one. That's gonna be a kill. That's gonna be serious. Taking down Spring and the red side closer coming in. Merimo is still alive here. Lots of damage dealt onto VA. They're trying to flash away here. Sarah can cut things off here. Merimo gets pulled back by the shockwave. Merimo's up in the air. Serious for the engage. Rupture is up in the air. What a lockdown to the Callista. Successfully taking down the ADC of VA. Next could be a Sparrow. This will be 4-man wipeout in the red side. Can they go for the ace here? Karna. Ignite is ticking. We'll just buy some time. Up in the air, I'm pretty much dead here. Looks like UST is going for the Baron.
yes, very heavy death timers could be enough for UST to successfully take down Baron before anybody from the side of DLSU is going to contest. This could be a game-changing moment here, Vulcan. Should UST Teletides be able to? Okay, so it looks like they will back away, not able to take it down fast enough. And that's actually not a bad call because if you're gonna look at it, Karna as well as Mirmo do have teleport, and if they continue to hammer through that Baron, I think it would have been just enough time for Karna and Mirmo to have responded there. And like I mentioned, if USC takes longer on the Baron, the more damage they could have taken as a result. Could have been very easy for DLSU to contest, in which case. So USC taking the safer route, in which case, like that, they went back, not really needing to push it, just content themselves with what they managed to pick up for now. Because look at the goal difference, already slowly closing in all the more equal ground between both sides.
26 minutes into this game. 5 to 10 kill score, but still in favor of VA because of the sheer amount of CS from this Trundle and Sejuani. Not to mention the turret score. So UST trying to deny some vision. One word stand, so they have a good picture of the Baron pit.
Ooh, well, looks like UST starting to regain composure in this game. Great control over this Baron side. It is shining red in this river, but here comes DLSU though. They are starting to get control for themselves. Spring able to get a nice push in towards the spot lane though, so that's going to be all the more problems for UST to deal with as far as turret deficiency. Take note, they've only taken 2 turrets for themselves towards top and towards top and mid though, respectively. Only outer tiers.
So when it comes to control in the top side, it's quite even. But seeing how this Cho'Gath Nav is forced to really push out the waves here, can DLS have better control here because they need to deny some vision at least from the Teletigers.
Looks like DLSU, they are starting to converge a bit towards this mid lane, making sure that all these waves are pushing in constantly towards UST. And that's ideally, it's basically going to be a tug of war of creep waves between both sides here.
This game is just pure on dance around the pit, RT. A great duet here because sumasayaw talaga hanggang huli for that Baron because that's gonna be a big objective that both team wants here. I think UST is just playing the Baron dance for the last 5 minutes. Kanina pa to eh. So I want to see this Baron taken down. If it gets taken down, maybe they'll go for some clashes.
UST though, lingering towards the jungle side of DLSU, but take note, there is a lot of good defensive vision from DLSU. So don't want to linger there too long, UST. They don't though. Just gonna back away for now. But yeah, Vulcan, this is a bit tricky because everybody's playing it very patiently because the next team fight could pretty much determine who will get Baron Nashor for either side.
And if ever the Baron Nashor falls onto any team, they have immediate advantage coming to this game because it's still a very slow standstill, and slowly Teletigers is catching up in that goal lead of just 2,000 so far. Meanwhile, this Callista 515 has the QSS, so it's getting a bit tricky for VA to pick their targets if Aspera wants to lock down with this Glacier Prism. Sarah has the cleanse right now up, and so far for Spiegel 2 on the QSS.
Meanwhile, coming in from DLSU, like able to maintain very clear vision, defensive vision towards their upper side of the map, which is definitely ideal because if ever they surrender Vision to UST in exchange could probably have gone for pickups, but that's not really the case right now. I mean, it's just the continuing tug of war between both sides here. I mean, nakita mo talaga kung ganong ka-careful yung UST tsaka yung DLSU dito.
You can also see how careful VA is in this game 4. Not to mention UST, diba? Kanina sa game 3 natin, they had the game in their bag. But when they make that small mistake in the bot lane, they're really being careful because there is double teleport for both teams here. And speaking of teleport, same with Nav. So all we're seeing right now, guys, it's just about dancing on the parapet. It's just gonna make things more tense. We may expect maybe 40 minutes game here because neither team are going for those clashes. But VA, they're taking away all the drakes. That's gonna be the third ocean drake for Veritas Arcus.
Yes, and just like that, DLSU able to get all 4 dragons of this game. Imagine mo kung ganong kalaking benepisyo sa kanila kapag nakuha pa nila yung Elder Drake mamaya. Kung marating pa natin yung moment ng game na yun. Pero sa pace ng game natin ngayon, Vulcan, hindi malabong mangyari yun.
Not to mention the sustain they have. So they can play this dance better than UST. They can try and regenerate more and perhaps survive more extended team fights. Esperer. Okay, gets away with the assault. Not gonna get knocked up by the Zac just yet.
You know what's kind of tricky here, Vulcan, now that I realize it? If you're gonna look at itemization for UST, all across the board, it's mostly AP that we're working with. Because, as you can see, Espiegel did go for the AP Kaisa, in which case, take note, they have a Cho'Gath Orianna. The Kaisa, Fiddlesticks to an extent, deals some pretty good damage as well. So, if ever DLSU also builds up on Magic Resist eventually, that's something that would allow them to easily kind of roll with the punches in the team fights amidst yung damage output ng UST. But not really the direction anybody's going right now. At most, in terms of Magic Resist, all we're seeing are the Mercury Treads. But other than that, not really as much.
Not as much so far, but looking at how UST is itemizing right now, Arctic, it's all about the surviving the initial burst.
Oh!
Okay, let's go. It's going to be the Ocean of the Baron being started by DLSU. This is bad. What's going to happen? Crash Show gets bursted down! Sirius going in for the engage. Pops Solari, KOs for the kidnap. Shockwaves onto the tags. This is bad for UST. Sirius gets chunked down. Espiegel from the backside. Sarah gets fronted by Mirmo. Espiegel, the guy left in the zone here. Meanwhile, Karna is pushing in the top lane side. Baron being started down by Veritas Arcus. Can Espiegel do something here? I don't think so.
Oh man, Vulcan, with the way things are going, take note, napakasulit ng ginawa ng UST doon. They win the Baron fight. They also get a nice push in courtesy of Karna towards this bottom side of the map. The stars are aligning for Veritas Arcus right now. At this rate, Vulcan, if DLSU plays the next few minutes of this game right, mukhang magkaroon pa tayo ng Game 5 dito.
Man, Arctic, you gotta hand it towards Spring. Spring right there, bursting down pressure, removing the fiddle. That's enough for Veritas Arcus to feel very safe. And not to mention, yeah, you did mention the Karna pushing in the bot side. That's great. So VA, they have taken away the first Baron of the game in the 32-minute mark. So maybe we can expect something to happen for VA, but know that UST, they've lost quite a lot there.
Yes, I think at the end of the day, I'm actually surprised that given that DLSU has a Callista, they didn't at least take into account that they need to at least constantly have their vision up towards that Baron side, because the longer that game went, makes it all the more optimal for DLSU to have gone for that Baron. At nakita naman natin yung naging epekto nun. Oh man.
So gotta hand it towards UST playing this game really, really well, because when it comes to the way that they try to condense the Baron, it works somehow. Really, they try to stop it, but that's not gonna happen when Crashel 2 seconds lang, wala na siya.
Yes.
So let's see, Spring is really online right now, just chunking out all the members they can, because this could be it, Arctic. Maybe we'll see Game 5 if UST does not survive the initial burst coming from the members of DLSU.
That's the beauty of having a LeBlanc on DLSU side. Nakita mo nung 1-2 delete tong si Cresho, and I don't think Cresho's gonna have that kind of breathing room anytime soon, because doesn't even have Zonias for that matter, so clearly won't be lasting in these team fights anymore. And DLSU has a great tool just so that if ever the Fuel 6 does go in, they're going to be able to get the optimal output. So,
Sarah, really close call there from the LeBlanc. Spring really pushing out the members. They're pressuring right now. Mid lane, top lane. Karna still on the struggle on the top side here. Baron, empowered minions going in towards the mid lane inhibitor. Top lane is down. Now flushing away. Inhibitors being chunked down here. Meanwhile in the mid side, Mirmo goes in the fake, goes in the pro, going for the lockdown here. Mirmo is still really healthy. They're pushing hard. USD, no answer towards this Kalesta. Sispigo went for the flash, takes him down. But at what price? They have lost 4 members in return. This is it, Arctic. This is going to be game 5.
Yes, and just like that, with Spring and Karna up and kicking, easily massacre the Nexus turrets. Go straight for the Nexus. At ito na nga mukhang Silver Scrapes ang maging tugtugan natin, Vulcan, kasi it's gonna be a 2-2 equal heading in to game number 5 in a teeny tiny bit. But for now, GG well played, DLSU.
I did say from the beginning that it all came down towards the Baron. Whoever gets the Baron gets the upper hand. DLSU played it better, played the Baron that's really well, really tricking, really making UST fall for the bait here, and that's why they got the upper hand, and that is why we'll move on to game number 5. Maybe reverse sweeps do happen, guys. The trend from the playoffs gets carried over to our grand finals.
Yes, man, oh man, who would have thought that from what we had during the semifinals gonna carry over to this finals right here. But of course, if we're gonna go with that trend, it just means that DLSU might be poising themselves to take the champion title from University of Santo Tomas. Of course, UST not gonna give that title up just easily. Pero sige, pag-usapan nga natin yung nangyari doon. Sobrang, it's been a tug of war, Vulcan. Wherein it's been equal ground for both sides, as I've been saying constantly throughout yung past minutes ng game na yun. Pero yun nga, yung moment na nag-fumble yung UST dun sa control nila dun sa Baron side, go signal na yun para sa DLSU. And UST was caught by surprise by the time they realized that they needed to act quick nung nakita na nilang kinukuha ng DLSU yung Baron. When they acted quick, of course, since there weren't as many members to contend with the numbers na meron ang DLSU dun. And it was pretty much a no-brainer there. DLSU was able to just wipe things, and man, I'm scared to think of what's gonna happen during Game 5 here. We might be seeing DLSU win, UST win. It could go either way at this point.
This is gonna be great. We do have a grand finals all the way to the 5th game, the deciding game. So, who's gonna be the defending champions of the LVL summer term? Will they try and make their 2nd championship for the next game, or will DLSU British Arcus take it away, making it their 1st championship? Not to mention, if that's the new schools entering the LVL right now, Arctic. So, guys, we'll be going to a short break. We'll continue on to game number 5 there. So, my name is Vulcan. With me was Arctic. We have been your shoutcasters for game number 4. Now, guys, tune in next time. Tune in for next game, as it's going to be really great to see how things will go out. Will it be a reverse sweep, or it will not be? See you there. That's gonna be serious. Taking down Spring, and the red side closer coming in. Mirmo is still alive here. Lots of damage dealt on the VA. They're trying to flash away here. Sarah can't cut things off here. Mirmo gets pulled back by the shockwave. Mirmo's up in the air. Serious for the engage. Drop trace up in the air. What a lockdown through the Kalista. Successfully taking down the ADC of VA. Next could be a Aspera. This will be 4-man down in the red. Sarah's going in for the engage. Comes to Larry. Goes for the kidnap. Shockwaves onto the tags. This is bad for UST. Sirius gets chunked down. Espigo from the backside. Sarah gets fronted by Mirmo. Espigo, the guy left in the zone here. Meanwhile, Karna is pushing in the top lane side. Baron being started down by the Coming for the lockdown here. Mirmo is still really healthy. They're pushing hard. UST, no answer towards this Kalesta. Sispigo went for the flash. Takes him down. But at what price? They have lost 4 members in return. This is it, Arctic. This is going to be game 5.
Yes, and just like that, with Spring and Karna up and kicking, easily massacre the Nexus turrets. Go straight for the Nexus. At ito na nga mukhang Silver Scrapes ang maging tugtugan natin, Vulcan, kasi it's gonna be a 2-2 equal heading in to game number 5 in a teeny tiny bit. But for now, GG well played.